Test. Testing. Testing. Okay. Alright. If I could just get this set up properly. There we go. Alright. Now then, let's try this again, because I literally just spent an hour recording this, and I did not like how it turned out, so we're doing it again. Hopefully it won't be an hour this time. Hello everybody, my name is Damon, and welcome to Damon Talks, the show where nothing I talk about makes any sense, and everything I talk about, or everything I say, matters to no one. I already fucked up the intro, and that is okay. Okay, I just dropped my pen. That's okay, I don't need that right now. I have a little notepad here about things I'm supposed to talk about, because I pretty much tried to go off the cuff last time, and spent most of the episode just going... Yeah, this thing, because I did not quite have everything planned out. I have a little bit more organization in the chaos this time. I have 3 pages in my notebook instead of 1, so hopefully things will go a little better this time. First of all, what is this series? Well, Damon Talks. As the name would suggest, it is a series where I, Damon, talk to no one, to myself, to you, if you're actually watching this. I don't know why you would be watching this. This is a pretty not important video, but that is a different bulletin on here. We'll get to that in just a second. What is the series? I should also have a bulletin on here as to why this is a series, but we'll talk about that right afterwards. What is the series? It's a series where I talk about whatever it is I feel like talking about for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, however long it takes me to cover everything I have written down on this little piece of paper. It's a very small piece of paper, but everything I have written down here, I'm going to talk about this episode. However long it takes to record it, if it takes multiple takes, then so be it, but otherwise this will pretty much be an unedited video. You'll probably even get the little intro there of me starting this up. And am I actually recording this time? Because I recorded this for an hour, Pokemon Blue instead of Pokemon Leaf Green that I'm doing right now. We'll get into that in just a second. And for 40 minutes, I was not recording the screen. I was recording my audio, but not the screen. So that was awkward. It's not exactly important, but it would have been nice just to have that there. See, I'm doing it again. So the series, talk about whatever, however long it takes, and this series serves as my, stress relief. Ordinarily, you would expect that to just be all of my uploads, because that's what most Let's Players do. They just talk about whatever it is they want to talk about, specifically SSOH PKC or Seamus, before he took a dive, hiatus-wise, like I might at some point. He was like one of the first Let's Players I actually watched on YouTube, I think back in like 2009, maybe even before that, I don't know. But he would always have something he wanted to talk about when he started playing his games. But for me, I can't really come up with that kind of stuff beforehand, and because of my limitations in terms of time, I can't always record the second I could snap my fingers. I can't record the second an idea pops into my head. Like in Nier, I started rambling on about the 5 hours I wasted at work, because that happened a couple days ago, where during work I spent 5 hours basically doing nothing, and that was a story I could have told at any point in time, but I really wanted to tell it right away, because I didn't want to forget any of the details, but I couldn't because I couldn't record then. So then a couple days later, I started up and I'm like, yeah, I'll talk about the story. And then I spent like 20 minutes trying to talk about it and explaining basically nothing. So this series, once a month, I am going to fill out this little piece of paper with whatever it is I want to talk about. And then we're just going to talk about it in one video, one episode. I guess most people would have like a podcast for this. This is kind of like a podcast, I guess. Or they would stream it, or I mean, streamers do the same thing, you know, like Vinny or Vinesauce or whatever you want to call him. Whenever he streams something, he always has something to talk about, even if it's nothing pertaining to the game. He always has something to talk about, but I can't come up with that just off the bat. And when I do come up with something like that, I can't record it. So then I just kind of bottle it up and I repress it, and then when I want to talk about it, I'm like, I don't even remember what I want to talk about in the first place. So that's basically what the series is, but the series is also sort of a physical memory for me, because as I will, you can hear me flipping through these pages here, as I will note in a later part of the video, my memory isn't the greatest in the world. I forget things very, very quickly. Extremely quickly. I'm sure you've already noticed in videos where I'm talking about doing something and then something distracting happens and I'm like, what was I just talking about? What just happened? I don't know. I don't know where we're going. I don't know what we're doing. But that is what this series is hopefully going to be. If at any point I don't remember something, I guess I'll have to write dates down along with whatever it is I'm writing here. So I can have a physical history log, I guess, of my life. At least as of now. As Damon Live. Right now it is May 9th, 2017. It's 4:44 p.m. I don't know when I started this. I can check, I guess. I've been recording for 7.5 minutes now, so we started this about 4:37 p.m. or 16:37 p.m. if you want to be technical about it, or 24-hour about it, which I like. I just am bad at converting things because my mind is shit. I'm a dumbass. If you heard that was me smacking my forehead. Maybe that's why I'm such a dumbass. I don't know. But yeah, that's basically what the series is. A place where I can vent out all my frustrations all in one video, so I don't have to feel like I'm not doing it in other videos, and it serves as a memory log for me. Alright, so why? I kind of already said why I'm doing this. But what sparked this was, I think it was April 27th. I started recording an update video, which I've missed a number of them before this one. For April, I wanted to record an update video, and the update videos were basically meant for me to talk about things on the channel, anything special happening, series I'm recording, series I finished, series I'm going to start recording, basic update stuff, because I've seen people post update videos all the time, and I was like, oh, yeah, maybe that would be helpful, more communication with viewers and whatnot, because I'm bad at social media and keeping up with social media, and just I don't know how to social media. Someone give me a guide on that. Give me a guide on everything, really. We'll get to that later. But yeah, I don't know social media or anything, so update video is supposed to be me talking to you guys about things happening, and in the April update video, I talked about the series that I was recording, which you can just go to my channel and scroll down and you can see current series. The series I had finished, which again, you can go to my channel, scroll down, and you can see a playlist called Finished Series or Finished, I think they're called Finished Series, Finished, not shows. It probably says Completed Series, Finished Series, I don't know. Whatever. You can see them there, and as for things I'm going to record once I finish the series I'm recording right now, you could literally do what I did and go to Wikipedia, 2017 in video games, or video games in 2017. I think it's 2017 in video games. and just look down the list. And if it's something that looks like it might be kind of cool, I probably want to play it. And that is literally all I did in that update video. I talked about the series I'm uploading, which you can see. The series I finished, which you can see. And then I just looked at Wikipedia and it was like, there's this game. I like it. Look, there's this game that's coming out that's kind of interesting, but I don't think I can play it. There's this game that I definitely want to play at some point. And then I would talk about the backlog I already have of Danganronpa and Fairy Fencer F and all this other shit. But, that's all the update video was. And at the end of it, I was just rambling on about nothing, and I was like, what was the point of this video? There was no point to it. I've informed you about really nothing. I'm not going to finish the series that I'm uploading right now in the current month because of my shitty uploading, so it doesn't really even matter what I talk about that I'm going to be uploading, especially new series, because I already have, or new games, because I already have old games I need to play in my backlog, so I don't know. There was no point to the update videos. So, I decided we're going to have an update video, kind of, where, because my update videos were pointless on accident, because I didn't know what to say, this series is going to be entirely pointless on purpose. I mean, there is kind of a point to it, but basically everything I've talked about is going to be pointless, not pertaining, unless it has to do with something I have written down. It's not going to pertain to the channel, or to games, or to anything else. It might have anime, it might have games, it might have channels I'm watching, it might have TV shows I'm watching, or things I'm doing. It's just going to be an audio log, and kind of visual. We'll get to that in just a second. But that is what the series is basically going to be. Second little bulletin here. Monthly basis. We are going to record and upload this series on a monthly basis. Like the other ones were supposed to be, but this is going to be a monthly basis. And specifically, it's going to, except for this episode, this should be going up the 10th, because it's already 4:49 p.m. 64. Stop! Do not go into screensaver mode. You terrify me when you do that, because my not my emulation software, my streaming software for the 3DS crashes every time a screensaver comes up, which is very annoying if you probably don't know how the streaming setup works, but it's very annoying. We'll get to that, probably not today, but maybe I'll get to that later, a different episode or something. But this is going to go up the last Saturday before the 20th of every month. Now that might sound very, very arbitrary to you. In fact, it is very, very arbitrary. Can you see this on XSplit? No, you cannot see this on XSplit right now. It's going to be very, very arbitrary when this is going to be uploaded. At this... Oh, hey! Yeah! The 20th is, this, next Saturday. Not this Saturday. But this probably won't be going up then. This will be going up tomorrow, which should be Wednesday the 10th. And then we'll get into... So I might record one for the 20th of this month, but probably not. Probably not, because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to write enough for an episode. Even though, like I said, this is... Well, I might not have said it, but... This series is these episodes aren't going to be a specific length. They're going to be 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Yeah, I definitely did say it because I said 10 minutes last time. An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or however long I can record anyways. It's going to be whatever it takes for me to get through what I'm talking about. If it ends in 30 seconds and I have one thing to talk about the entire month, then that'll be it. I highly doubt it, but it'll probably be longer than 30 seconds because I'll have to have an intro, which will take at least 5 minutes or 10 minutes at this point, because we're still in the intro, and how long have I been recording? 14 minutes, and you guys are still watching this, or maybe you're not, maybe you clicked off already, maybe you never clicked on in the first place, and therefore I'm not talking to you, but that's whatever. But it is completely arbitrary, but it's kind of not arbitrary. I thought about all this. I put this entire series together last night while I was trying to sleep, by the way. And I thought about all these things that I was going to talk about, but I didn't write them down, which is why the first little run through of this was so shitty and was an hour long and nothing. I didn't even explain or talk about the things I wanted to talk about in the first place. But the reason that it's going up the Saturday before the 20th, or the last Saturday before the 20th of every month, is because the 20th of this month, which is May, is my birthday. And that is literally the only reason. I just wanted a date to upload these, and that is the date we're going to do this. Okay, so that's the monthly basis. Now the third little bulletin here, casual gaming. As much as I would love to just ramble on at a static screen, which I'm doing a pretty good job of right now. Normally these take, I have really, really long pauses while I try to think of what to say, but I'm just flying through this. I had a little bit of a pause towards the beginning, and I acknowledged that. But, what we're going to be doing, because as much as I would love to just stare at a black screen all day, or a static screen or whatever, and I'm sure as much as you would love to just hear my voice, and absolutely nothing else, and see absolutely nothing else, I would rather not do that. So, what we are going to do is I am going to casually play this here copy of Pokemon Leaf Green. It's an ultimate randomizer. I was playing Pokemon Blue, but that didn't go so well. There was a Moltres, a Gengar, and a Magikarp as the starters. I chose Magikarp, obviously. But I didn't get any of that footage for 40 minutes, so we're just gonna go play Pokemon Leaf Green, because this was my second choice, so... And there are gonna be more Pokemon here, not that it matters. This is a very casual playthrough while I talk about whatever. Just so that there's stuff in the background and I can look at it and probably be distracted by this. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. I should probably have the speed up button on, but I don't. The fourth bullet here says casual setup, because originally my idea was I was going to use my old microphone. I was going to use my mouse and keyboard, and I was going to not have these earphones in that allow me to hear myself, because it was just going to be a very, very casual, just me talking about whatever and not really caring about anything else. But, one, I've gotten so used to talking to myself, or hearing myself, that if I took these earphones off, it would be more awkward for me to talk, because I would be hearing my actual voice and not this recorded voice in my ear, which would mess me up. It used to mess me up that I was hearing myself through these earphones, but now I kind of have to in order to record like this. And I figured I might be recording something else later today, which I'm not, because it's almost 5 o'clock, and my parents go up around 6 or 7, and I'm in the room right now. We'll get to that later. So we're going to... So I figured, because if I'm going to record something else, I'm going to be using my good microphone, so I might as well hook that up too. And because my good microphone is hooked up, I can't use the mouse and keyboard, so I'm using a controller still. That's all that, basically. Next little bulletin point. This is not an important video. You know what? I'm going to be a girl. I always choose boy or girl. And if I choose a girl, we're named Hanako. Just what I do. Do not judge me. I mean, you can judge me all you want, I don't give a fuck, but don't judge me for liking Hanako, okay? Hanako, best girl. This is not an important video. This is not a video that is intended to make you laugh. This is not a video that is intended to make you smile. This is not a video that is attempted to make you, or that attempts to make you, cry, or anything like that. Wow, I'm not even at, the next part of this, this little, paper here, and I was here last time when I was, naming my, rival, but this is not importa. This is not importa. This is not a video that's supposed to make you sad, or make you cry, or make you feel anything for me, or make you pity me. Please don't pity me. Or make you angry, or anything like that. This is more for me. Like I said, this is basically a stress relief kind of thing. Like most Let's Players do with their videos, but I'm very bad at thinking of things off the bat, so that's what this whole thing is about. You don't have to care about anything on the screen. If you want to, then you can. You can just watch me play Pokemon Leaf Green Ultimate Randomizer, because I like randomizers. We're gonna get ourselves our little potion here. If you just want to put this on in the background and occasionally hear me make remarks towards the game, then you can do that. You'll hear very faint Pokemon music in the background, or game... I need to change my controls here. We need to change... you, and you. Okay, so now I can use my joystick, because when I would press... Okay, so if I'm using my D-pad and I press down and then I hold left, I'm still going down, unless I let go of down and then press it. But with my joystick, I can go wherever the hell I want, so we're gonna go wherever the hell I want. What was I just talking about? Alright, this is a video you can just put on in the background. As Gimme a Break Man would say, which is a Japanese... English to Japanese... He's an English person, but he's a Japanese... He lives in Japan, and he gives Japanese lessons and tips and stuff. He's that kind of YouTuber. As he would say, this is a laundry video. Stuff that you can just put on in the background if you want to watch it. While, put it on in the background while you're doing whatever. You know, it's just background noise at this point, I guess. Yeah, that's basically the point of that. Now, each of these videos is going to have a central topic, or at least I assume they're going to. If not, then we'll just jump into different topics of the video as we get to them, if there are multiple things I want to talk about. But today, the topic of the video is melancholy. And yes, I'm getting that specific phrasing from the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, which is why I named one of my Nier episodes The Melancholy of John Paul. Give me a second, I need a drink. Contrary to popular belief, talking for 30 minutes straight, or I guess an hour and 30 minutes at this rate, without stopping, dries your throat out pretty fast. The topic of this video is melancholy, which is, I guess, from The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, which is why I named the Nier episode The Melancholy of John Paul, and I'm going to name this Melancholy because I like The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, and I feel what she feels, or felt, I guess, in some way. I at least feel melancholy. Now, when I say I feel melancholy, an easy way to say this would be, I feel generally not happy. I probably sound pretty happy right now, and generally I do feel happy, but I think as a whole I am not happy. A Pidgeotto. No, I don't want to go with a Pidgeotto. Well, maybe I do. A Cyndaquil. Oh, I like Cyndaquil. I love Cyndaquil. No. And for those of you just listening, Ho-Oh is on the screen right now. If I choose Cyndaquil, then he gets Ho-Oh. If I choose Ho-Oh, he gets Pidgeotto. If I choose Pidgeotto, he gets Cyndaquil. I want Cyndaquil, but he's gonna get Ho-Oh if I do so, right? No, he is... If I choose Squirtle, he's going to get Bulbasaur, so he's going to choose Pidgeotto. So he's not going to choose Ho-Oh. Yeah, so we're gonna choose Squirtle in any case, or Cyndaquil. Anyways, I am not generally happy. Most of the time, if most people were to ask me, how are you feeling today? How are you doing? Are you okay? Is anything wrong? I would say, I'm alright, I'm fine. At that point in given time, I am okay. But over the span of whatever, I am not happy. Now, most people, if they were to look at me, they would say I should be pretty happy. Now, why should I feel happy? Let me just flip through this little notebook here. Why should I feel happy? Well, there are many reasons in my life that I should feel pretty content. I should feel like I have it good. compared to a lot of people, I have it excellent. I have a family. I have 5 brothers, 5 older brothers, 6 older brothers, but one of them, back where we used to live, when I was 7, we moved, states, and when we moved, our oldest brother, who I think at the time was 21, it's been like 11, 12 years, so he's probably like 30-something, I guess. He stayed behind to live with his girlfriend, or whatever. We weren't, when I say we, I mean my family and him weren't on the best of terms, I guess, but he went to go live with his girlfriend, which we are definitely not on the best of terms with his girlfriend. But anyways, I have 5 older brothers. They're all healthy. I have 2 parents. They're not divorced. They're still married. Mother, father. I don't have gay parents or whatever. Not that it would be bad if I did. While these these items, yeah, I'm gonna look at my stats and whatever, because it's an ultimate randomizer. If you don't know what an ultimate randomizer is, everything is randomized, basically. Type, stats, moves. Moves are randomized. Accuracy 50 for Sacred Fire. It's worse than Hyperfang. Also, anything this says, I'm pretty sure is bullshit. That it may inflict a burn or may make the foe flinch. I'm pretty sure that's bullshit, but I'm not entirely sure. I guess we'll find out. Either way. Yeah, I have a good family. There's nothing wrong with them. None of them have any impending illnesses. My dad has a couple of issues because of a thing that happened when I was like 2 months old. Our house fell on a tornado, or a microburst, as people have corrected me. A microburst touched down, or I guess didn't touch down. If it's a tornado, it touches down. If it's a microburst, it doesn't. Whatever. A microburst occurred, materialized near our home, and ripped it to shreds, basically. It fell on top of us. Everyone got into the shelter, but given I was 2 months at the time, I, myself, who was sitting in a swing at the time, apparently, I guess outside, I was alone, so, whatever. I was at a swing, and my dad apparently had to go back and try to get me to bring me to the shelter, and the house fell on us, and because of that, my dad is now handicapped. He has multiple metal parts where some of his bones should be. I myself suffered absolutely no injuries from that, except for apparently a bump on my head, which maybe that's why I have such a shitty memory and why I'm such a dumbass. I have brain damage. I don't know. It was 2 months old or whatever, but other than that, no, I don't. My parents don't have any impending illnesses or whatever. My brothers are all in pretty moderately okay health. Some of them are not in shape or whatever, but they're not in danger of anything. I have a good home. It's 2 stories. We don't have it. We rent it because we're poor. But the I need a drink again. I think it leaked through the water bottle again, so that's good. We went to home. There's no problems with the home, I think. Why am I talking to you? Whatever. I don't think I have. I don't think my house has any problems. It's 2 stories. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms. Technically 6, but we have 4 bedrooms. We rent it, but we don't have any threat of being kicked out. Well, we got 2 level ups for feeding that Pidgeotto. There's no threat of us being kicked out or being evicted or our house tearing down or anything because we live out in the boonies, so it's a quiet neighborhood. We live out in the boonies, so there shouldn't be any. The only thing that would be at risk would be a flood. I don't think more trees and stuff means less chance of tornadoes and stuff, right? It's if you live in a really flat land that you get tornadoes and stuff. I think. We don't live by the coast or anything, so there's no tsunami threat or hurricanes or whatever. So we should be fine. I myself have no issues that I know of. Well, okay, I do. I have a problem with my ear that I've explained a number of times, where when loud enough sounds or certain sounds are heard in my left ear, including me talking, like right now, when I stop talking, there's like a rush of air that comes out of my, or a rush of wind that comes out of my left ear, or sometimes it's a crackle or what have you. And that's been happening since I was like a junior. I've been to a doctor recently about it. They put a tube in, didn't help. And the doctor is just like, well, we'll see if the tube does help eventually, and if not, then maybe you'll need to get surgery, and I really don't want that, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Other than that, do I have any other issues? I got a filling on my tooth. I don't really think that's a super issue or anything. I wear glasses, but that's not too awful. Even though my glasses don't fit on my face, which we'll get to eventually if I ever get to that by the end of today, but if not, then we'll just pick up tomorrow where I left off. It'll still just be one episode, mostly raw, except I'll have to merge those two and then render it together. But yeah, I don't think I have any major issues that I know of, at least. My legs sometimes hurt, and I'm pretty sure I might have some kind of a mental disability. Not to make light of mental disabilities, but I'm pretty sure there has to be something wrong with me for me to be this absolutely stupid. Just, I am such a dumbass. There has to be something wrong with me for that to happen. But anyways, I have plenty of food and water. I can have 3 meals a day. I could have 4 meals a day. Most of the time, we don't have the best selection of food, but we have food to eat. I have clean water. We have a well, so it's really clean water. I'm pretty sure it's not polluted with, fluoride or, any toxic materials or anything. But I pretty much get whatever I need. I also take multivitamins because I don't take everything I need because I'm picky, but we'll maybe get to that. I don't know. I don't know if we'll actually get to that. I have friends that I can talk to, not IRL friends because, fuck them. Well, maybe we'll get to that. But I have online friends that I can pretty much talk to whenever I want. If I wanted to, I could just plug in a mic and hop in the Discord and hop in the server or the voice chat and talk to them. And I can talk to them basically whenever I want. And I do have one pretty good friend that I can talk to about pretty much anything. And we usually have exceedingly stupid conversations. Just basically of like one word stream of consciousness bullshit. But I got him to talk to. I have an education. I have a high school education anyways. I can go to college if I wanted to. I could pretty much take whatever. I mean, I didn't have the best of grades or whatever, but I could pretty much take whatever career I wanted to, I guess. I mean, I was planning on taking online classes, but I guess if I wanted to, I could probably afford. Well, no, I'd probably have to take a loan out, but I could go to college if I wanted to. We have cars. I don't know how to drive a car yet, anyways. Planning to learn at some point when my dad teaches me. You gave me Pokeballs, yes? Okay. Didn't give me that in blue. But when I do learn how to drive, we have 2 cars. One of them has had some issues. Oh my god, Pidgey. But I'll probably learn how to drive, and then I can drive wherever the hell I want. I was learning how to ride a bike earlier, but we'll get to that in another episode, I'm sure. I actually have a job working at a motel. $10 an hour, just transparency, I guess. I don't really know if that really matters. I'm gonna run out of Pokeballs here without catching this Pidgey, but I don't want to kill him. Yeah, I have a job, so I have a mostly stable income whenever my boss wants me to come in, and as soon as the motel actually opens, it's been like 3 rolls every single time. Whenever my boss actually wants me to come in, I'm sure I'll have a much more consistent schedule and an actual contract and everything. I have a pretty good internet connection. I can use the internet, first of all. You know, there are plenty of places where you have really no choice of internet, but I don't really have many choices of internet, but I have a decent internet. By the way, this is not a Nuzlocke. If Happy dies, he is not actually dead. We'll just keep playing. It's just a regular playthrough of the game. And once we finish this game, we'll get to another game, I guess. Would you get caught, Pidgey? You're a level 2 Pidgey. Jesus. Well, we got internet. I have time to do things. You know, I'm out of Pokeballs. I don't have all these obligations or whatever that I need to fulfill all the time. You know, my day, I have enough time where I could sit down and record this worthless series, I guess. You can be a potion, right? Not that I need a potion, but thanks. Can I? Yeah, no. I want you to go to fast. Stereo. Yeah, okay. But I have time to record something as stupid as this. Can I die from poison? I don't know. I have a potion to give you anyways, so it doesn't really matter. I could have saved it for a little longer. But I have time to do things. I'm young. I'm only 18, turning 19 the 20th, as I said. I have games I can play. I could buy games. I could get games. Speaking of games, the game almost crashed. Almost level 9, but we won't fight the Zubat right now. We need to heal. And I have a YouTube channel where I can upload basically whatever I want. Well, basically whatever I want. Quote unquote advertiser friendly YouTube, getting on people's shit about stuff, whatever. That I don't really care about that. I don't make money from YouTube anyways. And I make even less now. But yeah, I basically do all that stuff. I think I listed I listed everything here. In this little I just dropped my note. I just dropped my notepad. Hey. Oh, don't, no. Snake it around. Snake around the earphones, Morty, because they fucking suck. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I listed off all the reasons why I should be happy. And I guess for the most part, they are reasons why I am happy, but I'm not, evidently. Yeah, hey. But let's go to why exactly I'm not happy. Reasons why I wouldn't exactly be the happiest person in the world. But, well, first of all, from the outside, this guy's gonna catch a level 5 hip now. From the outside, people would just look at me and assume I am your average run-of-the-mill, slightly antisocial, kid. You know, basic education, you know, whatever, got all my necessities, and all that. So why would I feel unhappy? I've never experienced any traumas or anything like that. Well, not severely. At least not recently. But why would I feel unhappy? Well, first of all, I said that I am young. I'm only 18, turning 19. But I don't feel young. I feel aged. Whenever I look in the mirror and I look at myself, I don't see an 18-year-old. I mean, I do see an 18-year-old. But I don't feel like a young 18-year-old. I don't feel like being 18 makes me young. I should go buy some potions. I have money, right? Do I have money? Do you start off in this game with money? I do. Okay, so I can go buy some Pokeballs. But yeah, I don't feel young. I feel old. When I look in the mirror and I see that I have super dark rings under my eyes, which I don't think is from a lack of sleep. Maybe it is from a inconsistent sleeping schedule. And I look at my hair, which we'll get to in just a second or whatever. I feel like I haven't used my life well enough, good enough, efficient enough. I feel like everything I'm doing, I could have done when I was younger and therefore done more of it, but I didn't because I was lazy, and I just feel like I'm running out of time. Oh, I don't have that much money. That's like the best way I can put it. I feel like I could have done more with the time I had, and I feel like I don't have as much time as I would want. Even though I'm only 18, so it's not like I shouldn't be going anywhere anytime soon, but, you know, whatever happens, happens, I guess. But I don't feel like that. I don't feel like I have all the time in the world. I feel like I am closing in on where I don't have any more time. Or, I guess, I don't really know. I don't really know how to explain it. I feel young. Or, not feel. I feel old. Fruit and Slip? No, not Fruit and Slip. I feel old. I feel like an old person in a somewhat youngish body. I feel like a man-child, if anything. Someone old trying to be young. Or else. I don't mind if I do. Wish you were female. But I can try to catch you. Or you'll die. Rip. Level 9. Yeah, I feel like an old person trying to act young. Even though when I was younger, when I was like 10 or something, and I saw 18, 19-year-olds, I was like, wow, they're so young and they're so cool. I can't wait to be like them and be super young and awesome and stuff, but I don't feel young and awesome and stuff. I feel extremely weird. That's like the best way I can put it. I feel old and weird even though I'm not. Next, my hair. Which basically just most of what I'm going to talk about in this little bit is my appearance. Just as a side note, my hair. My hair, I want to be long and beautiful, if you would want to call it that. My hair is semi-long, it's a little past my shoulders, and it is very much not beautiful. It is damaged, it is knotted, not all the time anyways. It's tangled, it's frizzy, it's broken, split. I went to a hair salon the other day to get it fixed, to get all the damage cut, and to get all the split ends trimmed, and all she did was really cut the split ends, most of the split ends, but none of the damage, so it really still doesn't look good. It's all kinds of not really wavy, it just goes wherever, and it kind of like bunches together in little like string-like strands. It just feels gross, and I don't want it to be gross, but I don't know how to take care of my hair. I've looked up many a guide on how to, well, what am I doing? No, on how to take care of long hair. And I found a number of guides, including one that claims to be the ultimate guide to long hair, but all these guides talk about how to maintain good-looking long hair, not how to grow long hair, or the steps it takes to go from short hair to long hair. They just talk about what not to do when grooming your hair or whatever, and that's great and all. I'm glad those are tips you can give me, but I want to know what to do. I don't know what to do in any form. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about my hair. I don't know how to take care of it. I want to know how to take care of it. I wish someone could just tell me what I'm doing wrong with my hair and what I can do right with my hair, but I don't know if it needs more protein or it doesn't have the right nutrients or I just need to cut it off and start from zero, which is what I assumed I need to do. but I want a step-by-step guide. I don't want, you know, all hair is different. What works for me won't work for you. I want to know what works for you. And then I will try what works for you. And if it doesn't work, then, well, that sucks. I can try something else. I have to use level. Are you a trainer or are you a Pokemon? You can see how shitty my memory is. You're a wild. No, you're a trainer, right? Not a wild Pokemon? Pretty sure. Why would I find a level 7 in here? Why would I find a level 7 wild Pokemon? That's totally a trainer. Yeah, it's a trainer. Okay, I was expecting to see the Pokeball things. I have to keep using Sacred Fire, which is only 50% accurate. But yeah, I don't know how to take care of my hair. I wish I did. I wish if someone watching this knows how to maintain and take care of and grow long hair, write me a step-by-step guide. I would be more than thrilled for you to do so. I would be so happy. I would give you a shout out, all the shout outs if it worked anyways. Oh, meditate. But yeah, I don't know what to do about it. And I guess we'll move on from that. My hair is garbage, and I know it's garbage, and I know people think it's garbage, but I don't want it to be garbage, and I don't want it to be short. I want it to be long, and I want it to be nice, but I don't know how to make it nice. I know I can just keep letting it grow, but I'm pretty sure if it's damaged, it won't keep growing, but I don't know if this damage is super damaged, or if this is fixable damage. I just don't know. I am hitting all of these Sacred Fires, despite the fact that they are 50% accuracy. But yeah, we'll move on from my hair. My height, my weight, my fat, and my muscle. I am 5'5" or 5'6", 5'7". I don't actually know. I somewhere around there, between there, I'm pretty sure. And I weigh between 125 pounds and 138 pounds. I know that's a pretty wild difference, but I have pretty wild fluctuations in my weight like that. Generally speaking, one week I'll be 131, the next week I'll be 125, and then, you know, anywhere around there. And I don't know if I am overweight or I am underweight or whatever for my age, but I feel overweight. Even though I am nothing but skin and bones, everything that should be muscle is fat. So I feel overweight because my muscle to fat ratio is very low. My fat to muscle ratio is very high, I should say. At least I'm pretty sure it is. Because I have nothing but flab in my arms or in my thighs or in my stomach or wherever else. And I am desperately not in shape. I tried riding my bike, or my brother's bike earlier. Maybe I'll talk about how I tried learning to ride the bike, later. But I was riding it, and after, like, 10 seconds of pedaling, I was desperately out of breath, and I went inside because I was like, oh my god. Because I have no stamina whatsoever. I don't know. I don't know if I need to work. I mean, I obviously need to work out more. I don't know what workout things I need to do. Again, same thing with hair. I wish someone could write a step-by-step guide on what I need to eat and what I need to do exercise-wise. I want someone to tell me that. Because here I am, rock me like a hurricane, no, here I am trying to figure this out, like, what am I doing wrong? Not what am I doing wrong. What should I be doing right? And people are like, oh, here's a whole bunch of different exercises. Or, you know, here's all the different, here's the amount of carbs and everything you should be eating. And I'm like, Okay, but you're not really telling me what to do. I need to be told what to do, not how to do something. I need to be told what specifically to do, because I am a dumbass. Wonder Guard, are you kidding me? Okay, well, I didn't buy any. Oh, I do have book. I bought 10 more. Oh, I bought 10 more. I do remember that. Because I was talking about how I didn't think I have enough money. I don't know how I'm going to kill you. I have normal type moves. So I really hope I can catch you before I die. Anyways, I'm desperately out of shape. I wish I could find a guide on what foods I should be eating day by day, what exercises I should be doing day by day, specifically, entirely organized and written out for me. I don't want a guide on how to write this stuff myself. I want to be told what is the right path to be doing. I don't care if it's bullshit. I'll be doing it because then I'm bad at coming up with stuff myself, I guess, or something like that. I don't have the determination. I have 0 willpower. That's the last thing I have on this bulletin list, but I'll talk about that now. I have no willpower whatsoever. A staggering 0. I need everything to be done for me, or I need to be told what to do. I need to be made to do something. Everything I do is basically run off of motivation. We'll call you that, motivation. And hopefully you don't die, because that'll just prove my point that my motivation constantly dies. Actually, you can't die. You have Wonder Guard. What type are you? Fighting poison. So, psychic, flying. And that's it, right? Psychic and flying. You're immune to everything else, like, at least until you evolve, which I don't know when that'll be. You have Sand Tomb, which is a pretty good move. Whatever. Oh, you have an item? You have a held item. What do you have? You have a lucky egg! That was the item you were randomized with? Alright, sure, yeah, I'll have a lucky egg. No problem. I mean, this is a casual playthrough and all, so whatever. Yeah, I guess that's, what I was talking about with willpower. Whenever I come up with a schedule or something, like for my daily routine, or for uploading, or what I should be eating, or what I should be exercising, or what I should be doing to exercise, I cannot stick with it. I do not stick with it. After a day, I just quit, you know? The same thing with editing and recording and rendering, which is why I upload, like, very, very infrequently as of recording this. It's really bad. It's really bad, basically. Everything I do is really bad. So I need people to do stuff for me, or at least to document what I should be doing for me. I wish I had someone, like a significant other or something, that could make me do things to better myself. Are you going to die happy? Because that's going to be unfortunate. We could just swap out as soon as we're able to, and we'll probably be invincible. But yeah, I guess we'll move on past that. I'm out of shape. I wish I wasn't. I'm complaining because I could easily fix it, I guess, but I'm not. I'm here, so next on this list, I wish I had more water. I have a little bit left. And now my water bottle is empty, so. Next thing on here, I am antisocial. I wish I wasn't. I wish I wasn't antisocial. I wish I could interact with people. Anyone, you know, a wild person, a stranger, I guess, or friends, or family, or I wish I could interact with anyone without any real concern. I could just interact with them whenever. I could do it whenever. I'd be completely fine with doing so. Why did I take damage? Why'd you take damage? I missed something. I don't know why you took damage, but you did. I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, you're a wild Pokemon. Not a wild, no, you're a trainer Pokemon is what I meant to say. But yeah, I am extremely antisocial. To the point I am terrified of people. If you've ever seen me play Katawa Shoujo, or you've seen Katawa Shoujo, or played it yourself, or whatever, and you've, am I the only one taking damage from this? Are you taking damage from this? No, you are, okay. If you've seen Hanako, I am basically that when it comes to people. I can, except for the fact where I run away. I can stick around people, but I can't interact with them very well. I'm terrified of them. To the point where, when I was made in sophomore year, for an economics class, to present a presentation, in front of the class, even though before the class started, I asked my teacher if I could just hand it into him before class or after class and not have to present. He was like, "No, it'll strengthen your backbone. You'll be better for this," and all that bullshit. And I wasn't gonna get credit if I didn't present it to the whole class. I had to cling to the podium because my legs stopped working. So I was about to collapse if I did not hang on to the podium for dear life, which was extremely embarrassing. I'm sure my teacher didn't give a fuck. He was completely okay with me doing this because, it'll strengthen you. It'll make you a better person. Or whatever like that. But, with the entire presentation, I just could not move and could barely talk. And that goes for most interactions, I guess. Why I didn't have a job for a while. Oh, you were low on health because you hit yourself with hail in the previous battle. I could only sign up for, or apply for, I could only apply for jobs online. I never called them. I never went in person to apply. And I'm pretty sure if they asked me for an interview, I wouldn't have gone. Now you might be asking, how do I actually have a job then? Well, because I have a brother who worked there at the motel, and then one day the boss was like, "Oh, can you bring someone else in?" And then I went in, and then eventually I was given a position, etc., etc. Yeah, especially retail. I refuse to work at retail because I know I can't work at retail. I could not be a cashier. I would not be able to talk with anyone, or I actually don't have to talk with anyone there. I wouldn't be able to take their orders. Not take their orders. I wouldn't be able to check out their stuff or whatever without completely freaking out mentally. Which was funny. My dad the other day, when I was talking about how I can't really talk with people too well, he was like, "Well, don't you do that streaming thing?" And I was like, yeah, I mean, I record, it's not the same thing as streaming, but yeah, I do. It's not really the same thing as talking in front of a bunch of people, or we were talking about, my mom was writing a speech, and I was talking about how I hate speeches, and he was saying how what I'm doing should basically be the same thing, and I'm like, well, it's not live, first of all, so I can edit whatever the hell I want to say. I can do as many takes as it possibly needs, but I don't, what am I trying to say? I don't have, where was I going with that? It's not live, and I'm not really talking to anyone. I'm talking to myself, basically, but I'm also kind of talking to nobody. I'm in a room, there's no one here, the doors are shut, hopefully no one can hear me. I desperately hope no one can hear me, but usually I assume no one can. There's no one in here, no one is listening to me. If I decided to not upload this or finish recording this, if I decided to hit the stop button on XSplit or on Audacity and I just did record this, no one would know what happened. I mean, my family would know I was recording something, but they wouldn't know what I was recording. But this would never exist. No one would know that it's a thing. So there's not like that pressure, I guess, is the best way I can put it. I have to fight someone else, don't I? Yeah, I do. I don't have any PowerPoints, so I'm not sure how we're going to do that. Especially if Happy dies, which I guess I can heal him. But yeah, that's no, that's not the reason why I don't stream. I could probably stream video games just fine. But I wouldn't know what to talk about. Like I said before, I can't come up with these things off the bat or off the cuff, which is why I'm gonna be writing them down in this little notebook whenever I can. Yeah, this is probably gonna go really badly for you, Happy. I apologize, but I can't really do much unless I can mirror coat. No, you're too slow. Or is mirror coat not the? Yeah, mirror coat is what I thought it was, but you're too slow. So we're just gonna say good fire, I guess, and hope that you eventually hit, but you're probably not. So we're gonna die and then have to go. Just go into motivation. Who will hopefully not die from hail. Extremely antisocial. Even with my friends. And by that I mean, I can't feel like, I guess this is going into the bulletin a couple after this called Trust, but I can't feel like, I don't feel like I trust anyone. There's no one I trust, I guess. I have smelling salt, what am I doing? I can attack with that. But even with the one friend that I consider like an actual friend, I don't feel like I can talk to him about anything. Specifically like issues I have or anything. I don't talk about my problems to anyone at all, which is what the series, like I said, is mainly for. Because if I were to talk to my friend about anything wrong with me or whatever, I would, first of all, feel really weird about it. Just talking to someone randomly about my problems unprompted feels really strange. Like I'm asking for attention, and I don't really want attention, which I mean, I guess I do, but I don't want to seem like I do, so that's kind of the problem here. I guess. There's no real other way I can explain it. But I would feel weird, first of all, like I'm asking for attention or whatever, which I don't want to feel like that. I would feel like I'm being a burden, because I don't need to trouble someone with my needs when they have their own needs that I'm completely fine with listening to. I've listened to my friends, their problems all the time. I've been used a number of times by people because of that, because I like to listen to people and try the best I can, even though I can't really talk to them very well or help them. I guess just having someone to talk to is sometimes enough, but that being said, people don't really talk to me that much, and when they do, it's just to complain about their problems and whatever else. We're gonna try and get some Pokemon over here if there's anyone cool, like a Zubat. I don't even know when you evolve, so I don't really care. We'll grind here for a little bit, I guess. But I feel like I was a burden. I would feel like if they did act like they cared, they would do it out of wanting to seem like they care, even if they actually don't. I have a lot of trust issues, as you could probably tell, but I would feel like they don't care, or I feel like they're pitying me, and even if they think they're doing the right thing by pitying me, at least from my experience, pitying someone who has a problem is probably the worst thing you could probably do for that someone. At least for me. I do not wish to be pitied. If you understand my problem, or you sympathize with me, you empathize or you sympathize, that's a different story from pitying someone. Pitying someone is like seeing a homeless person on the street and giving them money because you feel bad for them. Not necessarily because you actually feel bad for them. You understand their problem of being homeless, but because you don't want to feel bad because you didn't feel bad. You pity them to satisfy your own guilty conscience. That is the best way I can describe pitying. And considering I had an entire relationship with a girl for 2 to 4 years, I don't even remember at this point, because I have bad memories, but repressed, I guess. I had a 2 to 4 year relationship that was basically all pity. And happy is evolving. What are you evolving into, Cyndaquil? A Poliwhirl. Okay. Oh, yeah, shit. In my pop filter. But yeah, I feel like I'm a burden. I feel like they don't care, or I feel like they're pitying me, or just judging me silently. Even if they are helping me, I'd feel like they're judging me for coming to them for help. And I hate judgments, silent judgments, which I guess is just my own paranoia, and I am extremely paranoid as well. I'm just a fucked up individual. On the inside, I guess. And on the outside, but in other ways on the outside. I guess we'll... I don't know when Poliwhirl evolves. I mean, Poliwhirl's supposed to evolve with a stone, right? At least, Poliwrath, so you're probably not gonna evolve for a long while. And I don't know when you evolve, I guess, with happiness? I don't know how that's gonna work out. But, yeah. I can't talk to people about my problems, which is the point of this series. I hope I gave enough reasons as to why I can't really trust talking to people about that kind of thing. Even though I say more things than I probably should, in general. Next on this little list of mine, I cycle through friends very frequently. And by that I mean, in the past 3 to 4 years, I have probably cycled through a group of friends every single one of those years. Right? Let's see. Let's think about this. I had my IRL friends who I talked to, I Skyped with, I played video games with. Then eventually I stopped talking to them, or they stopped talking to me, or whatever. We stopped interacting, stopped playing games together. Then I started role-playing, on a Minecraft Homestuck server, right? Yeah, this came first, so I had a group of friends there, including the admins. Eventually I stopped playing on their server, and then I just stopped talking to the people in the group, because, some of us had a falling out, some of us just stopped showing up, and then I just stopped talking to the rest of them. After that, I had an IRC chat with some of the people from Psycho's live stream, if you know who Psycho is. I don't know. I think it's just Psycho, right? SCYKOH, pretty sure. He does old games, and he used to do glitch compilations and stuff, which is how I originally found him, was through a glitch compilation of, Pokemon Yellow. But I found a bunch of, people in there, and we made an IRC, and eventually I think we had Psycho in there at one point. Then what did I do after that? Oh, found a different, RP place. Again, it was a Homestuck place. It was called Hivetail? Hivetail, yeah. And this was made by some of the people from the original RP group, or at least from the server I was on the Minecraft server. So I had friends there. Eventually Hivetail shut down, but we were still on Discord. But eventually most of them, the people in the server left because they didn't like the fact that some of the people I was friends with were in the server because they were assholes and I'm an asshole, and they didn't like that I wasn't an asshole to them and kicked them out because they were my friends. So they left the server, or they basically mutinied me. I left the server eventually because I wasn't really friends. Wow, that was like a crit, wasn't it? I don't know. But I left the server. I used to talk to some of the people in the server, but I don't talk to any of them now. Pretty sure they hate me. At least most of them. And the funniest part is, one of the people the original people that kicked me out of the server, what they hated, and they hated me for not hating them. That person is now one of the new servers with those other people in it, is one of the moderators for that server. And they still hate me for not hating them. So, there's that. And after that, one of the people that was an asshole that I didn't kick out or didn't hate when everyone else hated them, I was eventually introduced to his group of friends, his group of IRL friends, and their Discord. And that's the friend that I pretty much only talk to. I'm in his group now and with those people, and it's going. I don't talk to them all that much, but I'm not going anywhere, I guess. I in between the RP things, I had mini groups of friends in between, like, from those RP things. We had little servers and stuff, and then we stopped being friends or something, I guess, and I left because I had anxiety or something of that nature. I don't know. We're not friends anymore, basically. But that's like 5 different groups of friends, I think, in the last 3 to 4 years. And I'm probably gonna cycle through them again. So, I mean, you know, whatever. And after that, I have Trust on here, which I already told you about my little issues there. You could see why I have some trust problems. I don't really want to talk about the girlfriend I had, but trust issues there as well. After that, I have pity. Then I have judging, which I already talked about those when I was talking about me being antisocial. Wasting time, I already talked about that when I talked about feeling old. My memory, I mentioned this towards the beginning of the video. I have a really bad memory, and I don't want to have a bad memory. I try to remember things, and then I forget more things, and it's just really, it's really not fun. I don't think I have a mental problem. It's probably just a placebo of me thinking I have a mental problem, so therefore I'm forgetting more things, because I think I have a problem where I'm forgetting things. I don't think I have Alzheimer's or anything like that. I really hope not. But I just have a really shitty memory, and I have a hard time remembering things and whatever else. But we already talked about that mostly. Oh, what is your ability? Is it still Lightning Rod? No, it's Sturdy. It changed. It shouldn't have changed. Are you still... You're a different type now. That shouldn't... No, I guess that makes sense. It wasn't normal. You were normal beforehand, I think. But your ability should be the same. I don't know why it isn't. Whatever. Anyways, we already talked about that. So the next thing I have on here is Nobody. I feel like a nobody. I'm not better than anybody. I'm not the best at anything, which those things I don't really care about, but I am nobody special. There is nothing about me that is memorable, that people will remember me for when I am gone. I don't necessarily fear death. I do, but not as much as I fear being forgotten when I am dead, when I am gone. I don't want to be forgotten. I want to be written into the annals of history as having done something, which is probably not going to happen, but I wish it would happen. And that is kind of the point of this YouTube thing, so that there is some proof that I was here, assuming YouTube doesn't shut down in the near future. There's some proof in some people's minds that I was here as a living person. I did something. I want to have done something, but I don't know that I will. But yeah, I just want to be remembered for something, I guess. I'm trying to remember. Did I already touch up on this? I don't think I did. I talked about it in the last take, the one that took an hour. I don't really want to see what time it is, how long I've been recording. I've been recording longer than I did last time, but I've been talking about more than I did last time, so I guess that's fair. We're going past the nobody thing, because I kind of just talked about that. Privacy. I don't feel like I have any privacy, which doesn't help with this whole paranoia, anxiety thing. The only time I have any privacy is right now when I'm recording. And the reason of that, I talked about how I think I talked about how I have my own room, right? Or that might have been last take. I have my own room. All my brothers have. Yeah, I did mention. We have 4, technically 6 bedrooms. Technically 6, because 2 of them aren't actually bedrooms. 2 of them are big rooms cut in half. The living room cut in half and the dining room cut in half, and one half of those rooms is a bedroom. One for me, one for one of my other brothers. But my room, or well, for both of our rooms, we have curtains dividing the room in half, so that it's like our own little room. But unfortunately, for me, both rooms, if you can imagine it, can you see my, I don't know how I'm gonna explain this. You can see my cursor on screen. I might be able to explain it after this battle, which hopefully I'll hit the Sacred Fire, and we'll be done with this battle, which we won't, so I'm just gonna swap out to Motivation, and Motivation will take care of this, I'm sure. Because Motivation is invincible, and once he evolves, his ability will be probably gone, which shouldn't, because it's supposed to follow evolutions, but I guess because I changed evolutions, or I've randomized evolutions, that's not going to happen. If I got a Pikachu, it probably would, but whatever. What else am I? Right, yeah, I'll explain my room situation once this Machop dies. Please just go away so I can continue on with this video. Oh, super effective. Great. Whatever. Is that it? Are we done here? You don't have any more Pokemon? We're good. Thank you. Director Sonia. Okay, so if you look at this room, yeah. This is it. Let's say this is the first floor of the house. This and where this kid is standing. This little place here. Except, cut off these 2 little edges. It's just the same as the one down there. This here is my side of the floor. My bedroom being here and here. This being stairs that go up. They go upstairs, obviously. And this being the dining room. This here is a hallway that leads here, which, this little hallway here is the kitchen. This leads to the living room, which is right here. Then we go here. Where this kid is standing is where my brother's room is. And this here is also a hallway. This hallway being the boiler room and the linen room. I don't know why I call it the linen room. That's what my boss calls it at the motel. It's where the washing machine and the dryer are, and the boiler room, and the bathroom for this floor. So, obviously, because these rooms are cut in half, and the front door is over here. Well, no, the front door is right here where my room is, but it's always locked because this is where my room is. So we use the sliding door over here. There's also a sliding door here. Actually, this is a... If you cut off the end bit right there, there is a little extension here where there's a door. There's a door here and a door here. And this is a little patio we have here. There isn't one on the end there, though. That's the same length as my room right here. But anyways, if we look, what was I just saying? Kitchen, and because the front door is right here, you can get to here, and you can get to the kitchen, you can get to the living room, and you can get upstairs. However, because my room is here, and my brother's room is right here, you can't get to the boiler room, the bathroom, or the washing machine and dryer from here. You could see how that would be a problem if these rooms are divided in half, and you had to go through one of our rooms every time you wanted to use the bathroom, or wash some clothes. So, what happened is, if you look at my mouse here, you see these little lines here? This right here, where I'm circling? That is my room. This little section here has been cut away, and now this part here, if I assume you could see this, this is a cardboard wall, because that's all we could afford for room dividers. This is a cardboard wall that leads here, that leads to the hallway, and my brother's room is completely shut here, because obviously you only need one entryway in here, so he has a complete privacy here. I have cardboard walls and curtains. My brother has curtains, wall, wall, wall. I have cardboard wall, wall, fireplace, fireplace. This little place is where a fireplace used to be. Front door that I can't put anything in front of because it's a fire hazard. Curtain. My room is fake. There is nothing I can do in it. I can hear everything throughout the house. Anyone throughout the house can hear me in my room. So obviously I can't record in there. I used to record on the family computer that was in the living room when we used to live in a different house. It looked far different from this. But I used to record on that. Up until Rebirth 1, actually. If you went back to my channel and you looked at Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1, my playthrough of that was on my old computer. That was the last series to be on my old computer, and it ran like absolute shit, because once we went to Rebirth 2, it crashed on my computer on startup. So, my dad, who got a new computer, I asked him if I could use his computer to record stuff, and he was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So, I record on his computer now, which if you go upstairs and then you go a little further, you take a left where this kid is, you go here, go right above my room. This is my parents' room. Actually, my parents' room is this whole thing right here. This whole, well, maybe it's like this. This whole thing right here is my parents' room. We're on the second floor now. This right here this right here is one of my brother's rooms. This, where this kid is standing, is the bathroom. Then I guess right here is one of my other brother's rooms, and this is another one. So, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms that are actual bedrooms. This one is the master bedroom, obviously. And you go back down the stairs, you have the fake bedroom, but back upstairs. This is my parents' bedroom, where the computer is right here at the very end. I'm sitting here right now. The door is, in the middle right here. Or right here, I guess. But I can only record here, because that's the only place the computer is. My computer isn't the best in the world. It's better than what it used to be. I got a new computer for Christmas. But I can't record there anyways, because for reasons that I already explained. So, I can only record when my parents aren't here, obviously, so I can record in their room, which isn't very often. It's like once a week when they go shopping together that I can record here for an extended period of time. In fact, I'm kind of over my time limit right now, but we're just gonna go a little further. Actually, this almost might be the end of the video, so, you know, we'll hopefully get through all this, rather quickly. But yeah, I don't have much privacy, because my room is fake, and it's made out of curtains and cardboard. Anyone can walk in at any time. I don't exactly have any locks. I can put clothespins on the curtains, but people can peek through and see if I'm in there, and I just don't feel like I have any privacy or security at all. And I wish I did. I wish I had a secluded place I could record anytime I wanted. But I can't. Even if I did what I used to do with my old computer, which was the family computer in the old house, I would record when everyone went to bed. So no one was in the living room. Everyone was in their own room. They all had their own rooms, except for me. I slept in the basement with one of my other brothers, because we didn't have enough rooms. I've never had my own room, by the way. Except for this one that I have right now, which is fake, so it doesn't... I don't think it would count, because if people are in the dining room, I'm kind of in the room with them, so, you know, whatever. Processing right now what I was literally just talking about. Oh, yeah. I would record when everyone went to bed, and all the doors were closed, because the two... This is actually... Well, this is a pretty good indication of what my old house looked like, too. But I won't go to explain all that. Basically, the doors that went to their, rooms and the doors that went upstairs, they were all closed. And I would be on my computer. No, not my computer. On the family computer. It was basically my computer. I used it, like, all the time, 24/7, because I, had literally nothing else to do in life than use the computer 24/7. So, that's what I did then. That's what I do now. I've been doing that for the past 8 years. I've been using a computer 24/7 for the past 8 years. Almost 9. So, there's that. Actually, I've probably been using it longer than that. 2009 was when I got onto YouTube. But I've been on the computer longer than that. Anyways. I would go on the computer when everyone went to bed. But, if I go on the computer now when everyone goes to bed, even if everyone is upstairs and no one is in the living room, or in the living room, or is in the dining room or anything, if I'm here, and there's no door here, by the way. There's no door right here where this hallway is. There's a door here in my brother's room, but there's no door here that goes to, that leads to the boiler room and the washing room. So, anything I were to say here with these cardboard walls, let me remind you, would go right through here, to where my brother is trying to sleep, or vice versa, because my brother is, unique, let's say, and makes strange noises sometimes for no reason. If he were to, say, make any weird noises, or talk to himself, or yell at a game, or anything like that, that would go right here, where I am trying to record. And you might say, well, he has a door right here, so shouldn't you have, you know, no real problem with that? Right now, you only have one door blocking the sound, from going downstairs. Yes, that's good that there is one door here. I would prefer 2 doors. But there's also the problem. There is no door anywhere here at all, from here to the kitchen, to the living room, to his room. So sound can freely travel throughout the entire lower floor. If you are right here in my room, which is one floor lower than me right now, I can literally hear everything being watched on TV here, every conversation here, every conversation in the dining room, every conversation in my brother's room, every conversation upstairs that is not in one of my other brother's rooms. I can hear it all crystal clear right here at my computer. That is bad for recording. During the day, I can hear all that anyways, but at night, you can still see the problem I just described. So I don't feel like I have any privacy. I wish I could have my own place. Going back to my my memory issue, I've been trying to learn Japanese for like the past 2 or 3 years because I'm an otaku, weeaboo, whatever you want to call me. Even though back when I was recording Rebirth 2, I got really, really pissed about that word, about weeaboo, otaku, waifu. I was so livid. The character Red, whenever she would talk about something like that, I just got so pissed. I don't even really understand why, but I don't really care about those words anymore. But I've been trying to learn Japanese for like 2 or 3 years. I barely know the kana. I know like a third of the kanji because again, I have absolutely no willpower, so I don't I don't care to review the kanji that I need to or learn the new kanji. I still haven't learned any words or any vocab or any sentences, how grammar works or any of that. But I know this is a lofty dream. I think I've talked about this in a video before. For a while now, I've wanted to move to Japan. I wanted to be some big shot YouTuber who went all the way to Japan and recorded YouTube videos there. I guess, living on my own. And, you know, if I could do that, that would probably be the greatest thing ever. I could just leave this whole garbage past, most of it being garbage behind, and just live anew. But I don't think that'll be happening anytime soon. But yeah, maybe at some point I'll learn how to speak Japanese. I can read the kana sometimes. There are some kana that I still have a hard time reading, but for the most part, you give me like 30 seconds with a single word, I can probably read it if it's kana only and has no kanji. Even if it has some kanji, I might be able to... Well, no, I can't read the kanji. It can't be kanji at all. I can read the kana somewhat. I have no idea what it means at all, but I can read some of it. And I can say most of it. My pronunciation, as you can already tell, for English is pretty bad. So you can probably imagine that my pronunciation for Japanese is even worse. And, yeah. That's all I wanted to talk about for why I'm not exactly happy. Or why I shouldn't be happy. Or, yeah, why I'm not happy. Why I'm unhappy. Why I have melancholy. There was a thing I talked about before, I think, when I was watching other people play things, and I was feeling like I could spend my time doing other stuff. Next to the little bulletin here I have is lack of consistent schedule. And that is true. For a very long while now, let's go back. Let's go back to when I uploaded on my old computer. My original, in my old house, for that matter. My original schedule was 2 videos a day, like, I think it was 6 days a week. It might have only been 5 days a week. 2 videos a day, we'll say 6 days a week. And for the most part, I was pretty consistent with that, I think, anyways. Then I was like, yeah, I can increase this. So I went to 3 videos a day. 6 days a week. And what would happen is I would miss a day, then I would be like, oh, I can just, this is the same thing that happens with my, reviewing kanji. I'd be like, oh, that's okay that I missed that day. I'll just record, instead of 3 episodes a day, I'll upload 6 episodes the next day. Or, this even happened when I was doing 2 episodes a day. So I'd be like, oh, I missed 2 episodes this day, or I uploaded 1, and I'd be like, oh, I only missed 1. I can upload the next one tomorrow and have 3 videos a day. And then I'd miss 2, so I'd have like 1, and then I'd be like, well, I could still upload 5 videos the next day, and then I'd miss that day entirely. And then I'd be like, oh, I can, if I upload 3 videos today, and then 3 tomorrow, and then 3 the next day, then I'll be caught up. And then I'd miss that day. And then I'd be like, alright, well, I'll just upload when I can. And then when next week rolls around, then I'll have a consistent schedule again. And then the same thing happened. And then it happened again. And then it happened again. And then it happened again. To the point where I was like, alright, you know what? Fuck schedules. I'm just gonna upload whenever I want. And as you, the viewer, if you're watching this for whatever reason, no idea why you're watching this. I haven't even been doing anything these past, like, 20 minutes. I should be fighting Brock, but I'm not. I'm gonna go heal. And I'm probably gonna save after that. We'll fight Brock later. When... You see, I literally just forgot what I was talking about. I got distracted for a second. A split second. I got distracted with the game. No idea what I was just talking about. What was I talking about? Lack of consistent schedules. It says here on this paper. Thank you, paper. I was talking about how you, the viewer, though I'm not sure why you're watching this, you've probably noticed that I don't really upload once a day, or any time a day. Maybe I upload once a week at this point. And that is why series that were recorded, or I started recording them like 6 months ago, like Steins Gate and Pokemon Moon Wonderlock, they're still going. I don't even think I'm close to being done with Pokemon Moon. I'm almost done with not Pokemon Steins Gate. I'm almost done with Steins Gate, thank God. But I've spent so long on them, and they're not done because I don't upload them, so I don't record them, even though I don't have much of a time to record in the first place, like I already said. So I have this huge backlog going on of games I want to play. I want to play Spectre Knight, I want to play Fairy Fencer, I want to play Danganronpa. I already started recording Danganronpa like 6 months ago, never uploaded it because, God, if I had 5 series going on at once, it would take me like 2 years to finish something at this upload rate anyways. So I have like 4 hours of Danganronpa recorded, but I haven't edited or touched any of it because I don't have any of these series finished yet. And I only want to upload 3 series at a time because 4 series is, I don't think that's possible anymore. So we gotta go with 3 series, maybe 2 series. I don't know. Maybe then I'll actually get stuff done. But maybe my willpower has increased like 1% because I am drawing the line in the sand here. The line must be drawn here. Okay? Right here. I'm pointing at my water bottle cap right now. I don't know why. But we're drawing it here. At this Pokemon Center, we are drawing the line. And what is that line? Well, that brings us to the final bulletin point of this notepad, on this piece of paper. No upload equals no channel. You heard that. My new schedule, I am going to upload at least 1 video a day, 6 days of the week, not Sunday, because I need a break sometimes, just to goof around and do nothing for an entire day, but 6 days a week, 1 video a day at least. If I can upload more, I will, but for the most part, 1 video a day, 6 days a week, and if I miss a day of uploads for any reason that is not a complete disaster, medical emergency out of my control. If my power goes out for a month, then obviously I can't exactly upload, or edit, or render, or do anything. If my leg gets broken, well, hopefully I can get a laptop and I can upload whatever I have while I'm in the hospital. But if I'm in a coma, I can't upload. But if my parents have any problems, my brothers have any problems, and I need to go somewhere to do something, then uploads will probably stop. But if any of that does not happen, if there is no crisis, issue, tornado, hurricane, if the world is not ending, and I do not upload a video, I am done with this channel. Alright? It's gone. I will not upload. I might upload like one more video, being like, well, I guess I'm quitting this channel, and I might go to a new channel, or I might just go to Twitch, or I might just stop entirely and fade into the obscurity of the internet forever, to never be remembered in all of mankind. But that is a very drastic scenario. If I can't manage to upload one video a day, not including Damon Talks. Damon Talks will still be going up monthly, but that is not part of the daily requirement. If I cannot get a video a day of regular video game content, or whatever else I decide to record, I'm not very creative or anything, so I don't have any shows or anything in mind. I wish I did. I'd love to. The whole point of this channel is to make people smile, but I don't know how to do that. I don't have friends who I can bullshit around multiplayer shit with, or anything like that. So, I used to, actually. I had an old channel. Maybe we'll talk about that another time. I used to have a different channel. This was actually, I think this was the first channel I made. Because if you look at my join date, it says it was in 2009. But I didn't start posting videos on the old channel until like 2010 or something, or 2011 maybe, after I started watching Seamus a bunch, and was like, hey, yeah, I can do that with some Minecraft stuff, and I uploaded some Minecraft stuff, and it was really shitty Camtasia quality. We'll go back to that one day, but not any day soon. Maybe in a year. Oh, right, yeah. This whole uploading thing, it's gonna be going on for a year. By next year, I mean by my next birthday. When I am 20, we will review my whatever, and we'll see if I can change my schedule. But for now, one video a day, 6 days a week for the next year. And if I miss a day, then channel's gone. That is the simplest way I can put it. But for now, if you guys did watch, for whatever reason, even though this video is entirely pointless, if you just put it on in the background, if you muted me and just watched some Pokemon and watched me sit here for literally 20 minutes, then thank you so much for watching or listening or whatever. You can comment down below if you want. You don't have to. I don't think I would. I don't know what I would respond to with this or whatever, you know? But next time we talk on Damon Talks, I don't know what we'll talk about. Maybe we'll talk about me riding a bike, or my job at the motel, or anything about that. But that'll be on a new piece of paper in this little handy notebook that doesn't have too many pages. I don't think this will have 356 pages. It won't need 356 pages. It'll need at least 12, because once a month. So I might need more than that. Like right now I use 3. So if that's a consistent thing, then we might need 36. And I think there are 36 pages or more in here, so we'll see. But for now, if you did watch or did listen, thank you for viewing this content. It's garbage content. Don't know why you're here. I have very slightly better stuff, hopefully going up tomorrow after this goes up. But thank you, I guess, for joining me here. And I will see you guys in a month. I don't think I'll upload another Damon Talks for my birthday. I might. It might just be one to say, hey, it's my birthday. Not like I want anyone to notice or anything like that. even though no one probably will notice and no one will care. But that might happen. I don't know. Probably not. But if it doesn't happen, then I'll see you guys next month. But if you watch my regular content, then I will see you tomorrow for content that I've probably already recorded in the past. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you all later. Goodbye. An hour and 23 minutes. All right. All right. And it's 6:21 p.m. 1821. If you want to be 24-hour about it. It's been an hour and 45 minutes. Goodbye. Little addendum. I'm recording this without hearing myself right now, so I this is gonna sound a little weird. I didn't talk about everything I wanted to this episode. I had a little segment all about Haruhi and all that other all this other stuff, but I guess that'll be for another time, or maybe never. I don't know. Just felt like it's the very end. Goodbye.